This is a presentation of Northeast Streaming Sports. You're listening to TGI Sports Talk with your host Keith Angle on Northeast Streaming Sports.
Hey guys, Keith Angle, TGI Sports Talk. With my weekly vlog right here on Northeast Streaming Sports. You'll watch this at 4 o'clock or so today. So it is pre-recorded. So I will get back to your comments and such as I can. Listen, I wanted to talk today a little bit. There's a story out today about guard Isaiah Wong from the Miami Hurricanes, who says he's going to enter the transfer portal if his name, image, and likeness compensation isn't increased. According to his agent, Adam Pappas of Next Sports Agency. Look at who didn't see this coming? The NIL is not supposed to be used as a recruiting inducement. It is put in place so kids can capitalize on just what it says. Their name, their likeness, their image. Took myself right out of the picture. Listen, it's being bastardized as we knew it would be. This isn't supposed to be able to be used as a recruiting tool. Well, if he's going to enter the transfer portal so that he can go somewhere else where he can get better money, then tell me he's not going to be induced by schools to come there? I said all along, this is a slippery slope. And this is one of the things that Mark Emmert has left behind in his wake as he resigns, I don't know, effective the end of June, maybe. I mean, but anybody who did not see this quagmire coming is crazy. And this is just the tip of the iceberg, guys. I don't even know how to react to this whole thing. I mean, it's bad enough when this is going to be used as an inducement for you to go to wherever, let's just say Miami in this case, instead of going to UCF or going to Florida State or going to Texas A&M, whatever it might be. They were able to put together a bigger pot of money for you to come here. And now there are these consortiums. I forget the term that they're using for the collective pool of money that sponsors and boosters and whomever else are putting together to be used as an inducement for kids to come to school. Exactly what it's not supposed to be used for. Very few rules have been put into place for this in the first place. The NCAA has really kind of washed their hands of it and said, well, if there's states that have put together their own legislation about this, well, then they can police it. And if not, we'll let the schools police themselves. Well, here's a perfect example of why you can't let that happen. Now agents and players are running amok with this. They're going to start holding teams hostage. Okay, so you gave me $100,000, marketing incentive to promote restaurant chains around Miami. I'm a two-time conference all-star. I want more, or I'm going to put my name in a transfer portal and go somewhere where they will give me more. This is exactly one of the things that is wrong with this entire thing. And I don't understand, how this can be allowed to continue the way it is. Somebody from the NCAA's got to step up and put a stop to this nonsense. And this isn't even one of the biggest names in college basketball or college football. What's going to happen when that starts happening? Right? What's going to happen when Arch Manning gets to wherever? Ole Miss. And then Texas and Alabama and Georgia and And you LSU are knocking on his door and saying, you know what? No, you like it at Ole Miss, Arch. But what if we could double your NIL money? I mean, can't we see what's wrong with this? I get why kids can't live. I get why kids shouldn't have to live. Again, they're not living like paupers. I'm trying to choose the right words here, right? Because again, these kids don't live like they're paupers. They're treated like royalty on campus. They're fed better than anybody else on campus. They get where they need to go better than anybody on campus. They get to travel. They get better housing. But there can't be silly rules like, the school or a booster can't fly you home to go to your grandmother's funeral. But now we're taking it to a different extreme. So you got the transfer portal where kids can be free agents and move around as they like. And now they're going to use it as a way to generate more money, just like a professional athlete would. Aaron Judge is playing out his contract with the Yankees and theoretically will be a free agent at the end of the year and will go to the highest bidder. This is what Wong is saying he wants to do, and it's going to open the door for many, many other situations just like it. What's going to happen when a superstar, let's assume again, sorry to use the name, don't mean to disperse the Mannings, but when Arch Manning is in college in 2 years, and 3 years from now he's the best player in the country. They could even use it as a way to stay in school. Hey, give me more NIL money and I'll stay for my senior year. I will leave after my junior year. Guys, this is not what this is put in place for. This is not the way this was supposed to be instituted. This is not the way it should be handled. And if the NCAA doesn't step in soon, they should not have let this run amok as it was. They should have put a stop to it, or they should have put some legislation of their own, if you will, with some teeth to it to keep this from happening. Again, this is just one instance. Who knows how else this is being bastardized around the country? Florida state law doesn't permit schools to be involved in NIL deals. And according to a Miami spokesman, due to state law, it doesn't discuss or comment on NIL specific situations. Pappas confirmed to ESPN that he isn't speaking directly with the Hurricanes coaching staff. Well, who's he talking to? He recently negotiated an NIL deal. I can't say NIL, apparently. Deal for Kansas State transfer Nigel Pack that included $800,000 over 2 years plus a car. Pack was considered the number one player in the transfer portal before committing to Miami. The deal was funded by billionaire John Ruiz, who has been at the forefront of the NIL movement, orchestrating deals across several sports. Among them are deals with women's college basketball twins Haley and Hannah Cavender, who transferred from Fresno State to Miami, and UCLA transfers Caleb Johnson and Mitchell Agude. He's got 111 deals signed with players or pending with Hurricane athletes to promote his companies. So who are the players? Wong's going and negotiating with this Ruiz? Excuse me. And don't tell me the schools don't get involved in these conversations. It's funny. I mean, we've talked about this. I talked about it with my co-host on Are You Serious, the Mad New Yorker, who claims these are all big marketing firms that come in here. Well, this isn't a big marketing firm. He's just a millionaire with a lot of money who wants to promote his businesses around Miami. This isn't Nike. This isn't Adidas. And this isn't the way this money is supposed to be used. So that's the next step, right? So one kid like Wong gets an incentive to come to Miami and NIL money, and then somebody else, Like this Kansas State transfer pack gets a better deal. Similarly to professional sports, they're going to get ticked off and say, what about me? I want more. Or I'm going to go to the transfer portal and leave because that's my God-given right. This is out of control, guys, and this is going to be the death of college sports if it doesn't stop. At least amateurism, any semblance of amateurism in college sports. There's going to be much, much more to come on this, guys. I'm frustrated as hell about this. College sports is getting ruined by this type of thing, and it's got to be nipped in the bud somehow. The NCAA needs to hire a strong president. I'll say it again. I said it on Wednesday's show. Mark Emmert did nothing. His legacy is leaving behind a trail of chaos everywhere on the NCAA landscape. This is just one example. Get a strong leader in there, somebody who will police these schools so they're not just running around like crazy lunatics throwing money around or bringing people in that will do so. Sorry, I know the schools can't do that. Keith Angle, TGI Sports Talk, right here on the Northeast Streaming Sports Network. See you later.